This one investment beats the stock market, and I'm going to tell you what it is. But before I do, first of all, we have to understand what an ETF is because it's important. Understand that the stock market does on average 10% a year. So if I can make you more than 10% every year, we have beaten the stock market. Okay, cool. What most people try to do is they try to time the market. Warren Buffett says you can't time the market, and most people who try to time the market lose 90% of the time. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to show you a method that you're going to buy once, know about it once. Maybe you want to buy every month, but you're going to know about it once, set it on autopilot, and you are going to be guaranteed 100% to beat the stock market year after year after year after year. How do we know this? I'm about to show you in a second. I'm going to show you the numbers. I'm going to show you everything because they don't teach this in school, right? They don't want you to know this. Why would they teach this in school that it could be so easy? Because what they do is that they take most retirement accounts. They say, hey, save this in your 401k, and they're giving you a savings account or whatever, and they're going to give you 4% in a savings account or 2% or 1%, or they're going to promise you with bonds, they're going to give you 4%, 5%, 6% for your IRA or your Roth IRA or your 401k. Ridiculous. We are aiming to maximize our returns with as little work as possible. We want 10% minimum. Then if we can get 12%, better. I'm going to show you an investment that gets 18% over the last 5 years. On average, it is doing more than 15%. 15%, just imagine, and you're saying this is impossible, right? 15% a year is what I'm going to show you. This investment beats the stock market. The average stock market returns is 10%. So then if I can get you 15%, you got to put some love in the chat. So far, if you're loving this content, by the way, put some love in the chat because we're going to continue. Okay, so then here's how this works. An ETF is a basket of goods. So then Vanguard is the largest ETF provider in the world. They control trillions and trillions and trillions in their ETF portfolio. So then an ETF is that if I give you $100, you're going to take 12% of that, 15% of that, and you're going to go and buy Apple. Another 15% is going to go to Google. Another 10% is going to go to Tesla, etc., until the entire $100 is used. Okay, so then I'm going to tell you exactly what our ETF is, what our leading investment is. And I'm going to write it here for you. So I'm going to show you that we know what we're talking about. See? VONG. This investment beats the stock market every single year. Remember, the stock market is giving you on average 10% a year. This investment is giving us, I'm about to break down the numbers for you, minimum in the last 10 years, 16%. In the last 5 years, 18.9%. Since inception, this is 2010. So for the last 14 years, this investment has given us 16.56% passively. That's set it once, buy, and it pays 16.5% every single year on average. Some years it does more, some years it does less. On average, the stock market does 10. This investment, VONG, does 16.56%. Why don't they teach this in school? I don't know. However, we now know VONG exists. So then here's how it breaks down. This is 300 and something companies. A lot of companies in this ETF. But the top 6 make up 50% of the gains. And that's what we're going to focus on. And here are the top 6. Apple, 12%. Nvidia, 11%. Microsoft, 10%. Then we have Amazon, Meta, and Google. These companies are 50% of the gains of this ETF. And now what happens if one of these stocks go bad? This is the beauty of ETFs, which is why it beats the stock market. What most people try to do is try to pick which one is going to do really well. My microphone died, so the last part of this video didn't get uploaded. But if you don't like this video right now, because I just showed you how to beat the stock market for the next decade, then I'm never making another video again. I'm just kidding. Seriously, like the video. Let me know if this helped you down in the comments. Always show some love, and there's more to watch right here. Okay guys, I'll see you next week.